to my channel. Is it going to be too windy to vlog? That is the question. It's been very breezy the last few days. It's not very easy to film when it's so windy. Not complaining, I like the wind. In fact, this week the temperature has been an absolute joy. It's been like 21, 22 degrees, but quite breezy, so I can wear a jumper and a gilet for most of the day. That makes me happy. But yeah, just not ideal for filming. I'm out on Mr. Coco, of course, just going down this bridle path. We have got Paddy with us too for the journey. I haven't picked up my phone all week really. It's been quite a busy week, and I am starting to scrape the barrel a little bit, you might have noticed with the vlogs. Obviously with Sienna not in any work, and to be honest, I really thought I was going to say I'm taking Coop's shoes off. I'm gonna just, let him have the rest of the year off, because with the hot weather, his skin flare up, I just haven't really ridden him, and I just thought, £100 a set of shoes, it's just not worth the money if he only gets ridden like once a week. But I might have changed my mind in the last few days. We'll see. I don't think he's being shod till next week, so what are you doing, Paddy? Yeah, we'll see. He is so much better though, thankfully. I think the skin flare up has finally settled. I did say when it started about 3 weeks ago, it'll either be one of these things that lasts about 2 days and he'll be fine, or we're in for a 3-week stint of it. We had 3 weeks, so it was kind of typical for him, I guess, but it's just not very nice. And when it's 3 weeks, it feels like a very long 3 weeks. But yeah, he's definitely nowhere near as itchy anymore, and I think the weather's helped. It's so much cooler at night. He can have a sweet itch rug on at night again, so it's just protecting his skin a little bit more. And so yeah, happy days. And Sienna's mouth has healed up really well. I can't remember which bit of the vlog. I'm pretty sure in the vlog I just mentioned that she'd grabbed the fence and left that horrible burn mark on her muzzle. But it's healed. Can you keep walking? It's sheep. It's healed remarkably well. And I thought initially the flies were going to really irritate it, but they haven't. So that was good. That sorted itself out very quickly. It was a little bit crusty in places, which is a bit gross, but it's healed very nicely. I'll tell you what, it's fresh this morning. I think it's 10 degrees. I like it. Knowing it's going to warm up throughout the day, I love these fresh mornings. Oh, so cozy. But like I say, I don't want it for the whole day. I think by lunchtime it's meant to be like 21 degrees. I'm like, perfect, dreamy weather. But it's Friday. Very happy it's Friday. Ready for the weekend. You can tell the weather's changing because I need to clean, which is a rare one for me. But whenever there's a season changing, I feel like you need to have a really big tidy up. So like last weekend I was washing all the rugs. I've really got on top of the house this week, and this weekend we're getting on top of the tack room and the stables, because there's a lot of cobwebs, there's a lot of just rubbish chucked everywhere. But yeah, it's a very clear sign that the season's changing, but you can feel it, can't you, in the air. Rain is coming. Do you know what, Mr. Coop is definitely back. He's so sparky again. Oh, when he has those skin flare-ups, it knocks something out of him. Like, he's a shell of his normal self. And because it goes on for so many weeks, you sort of forget. And like this morning when I was about to chuck him out, he's like barging at the door, and you're just like, he's back. His happy self is back. Oh, it's good. Very good indeed. It is Friday evening, and I am raging. You're not going to be able to see, because it doesn't really show up on the camera, just how smoky it is out here. You might be able to hear the noise in the background. That's because my neighbours, who are absolute beeps, have this thing at like, it's 8 p.m. right now. They've set a bonfire which is totally smoking me out. I wish I would like highlight it, because it's really bad. It's horrible. They're making this horrible din next door, and they always start this like in the evening. It's never in the middle of the day. Even on weekends, they never start it in the middle of the day. It's always in an evening, and they normally start about 7:30, and then they just, thankfully it gets dark earlier now. We're having fun down there, but it stinks so badly. I mean, I wish I could show you how smoky it was. It just doesn't show up smoke at all, which is ludicrous because it's so smoky. And they just don't care. Worst of all, they're the property in front of the field. So if they just picked a day where the wind was sending it down the field, it wouldn't be an issue. But instead, they just happily smoke me out every time, and they don't give a hoot. They're the most selfish people ever, and they make me so angry. I get so cross. Oh, it's just horrid. It's horrid. And then the house stinks and it kind of goes in all the vents. And, you know, I'm not against people having bonfires in the slightest, but don't do it in a Friday evening when people are sat outside enjoying dinner. Like, they lit it. What time now? I'd say they lit it about 7:15. It smoked really badly and then it kind of calmed, and then they've just put a load more on it. And so now it absolutely stinks again. And it's just like, I just want to have a massive hissy fit. Because I'm a child and I feel like I need to retaliate against the smoke. It's still smoking like there's no tomorrow out there. And I don't want to be in the house when it's that smoky. I was like, you know what, I'm going to poo pick. And because I'm on the lawnmower, I can make a lot of noise outside the house. Oh, God. Anyway, I thought it's best to use all this built up anger for something good, like poo picking, which is exactly what I'm doing. You know, and I might go right the way around the field with this noisy lawnmower just once before I put it away, because I'm a child. Very yellow field. I think next week's looking wet. Fingers crossed when this vlog goes out we'll have had some rain and it might look a little better out here. It's all right on the edges, a bit of green there, but horses don't ever eat by the edge of the hedge for some apparent reason. So fingers crossed we get a bit of rain next week. I'm about halfway around poo picking the field, slightly running out of enthusiasm, but you know, we're going to keep going. But let me show you my pumpkin. Sadly, so I've got my muck heap pumpkin patch. Sadly, lots died when it was really hot that week, which is a real shame because I think at one point there was like 18 little pumpkins growing and now we have 4, which is a real shame. But look at this. I'm sorry. Look at the size of it. It is absolutely massive. Annoyingly, a bug has started eating it, so I might have to harvest it sooner rather than later. But it's colossal. It's magnificent, I think. Sadly, no butternut squash whatsoever has grown. It's just the pumpkins. And if I climb up out of this and go up here, we've got a really cute little one in there. We've got another big one actually up here. Look at that one. Starting to find a bit of colour. So yeah, currently there's just 4. I'm hoping if we get some rain next week, I might be able to grow a few more. There's a couple that are growing, but I think it's going to be a little bit hit and miss whether they survive or not. Quite a beautiful evening, isn't it? It looks far lighter than it is. It's really getting quite dark, but we will get this job done. So it is Saturday. I have ridden Coop. I'm now doing a bit of house cleaning. I'm really trying to get on top of the house. I've set myself a whole new cleaning rota that hopefully we'll stick to. Whether I'm going to have the energy or the enthusiasm to do the tack room later, I don't know. But something exciting has just arrived. So, as I said, we can tell autumn's on its way. There's a real change in the air. And I thought, you know what? We need to get next year's summer stuff in the sale. And that's exactly what I did. And this came from Houghton Country, I'm going to say. I will say there was no sign of it being dispatched yesterday, and that had been a week since I'd ordered it. And I thought it was a bit odd because normally these companies get things out to you really quickly. So I popped them an email and they responded within a few hours and said something about something had been delayed or something like that. And I always think, if things are delayed, why don't you email the customer and tell them? Because obviously the customer's going to be thinking, where are my goodies? Anyway, within a couple of hours, they dispatched it all. So I don't know quite what was going on there, but they dispatched it very quickly and it was here this morning. So that's impressive. Anyway, new fly masks, because Sienna and Coops are definitely coming to the end. So yeah, we've got one with no ears for Sienna because she doesn't like mono ears, and one with ears and a long nose for Mr. Coop. The good thing about getting stuff now is it's a really nice surprise next spring when you think, oh God, they ripped the last fly rug, and then you remember you bought stuff. Oh, I've never known them send it in a cardboard box. I was like, they've sent me the wrong order. Well, this is exciting. Because fly rugs normally come in plastic, but they sent it in cardboard. Well done, Shires. That's a good idea. How swish is that? With the little rope handle. You can tell it's been a while since I bought any new rugs. Really like that they've done that. That's a really good idea. Well done, Shires. So I bought a Tempest Original Shires just fly mesh combo, which cost £34. These were in the sale and there were good discounts on them. I don't know if the sale's still going on, but They were normally like 50 something pounds. So then I got Coop, the Highland Sweet Itch rug, which I think was originally was like 75 pounds, and it was down to 53. So it was a really good saving actually. So as much as I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend the money right now, I will be very happy about it next spring, not having to fork out then. And it was good savings. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, and look at this weather. Just spectacular. Here with Mr. Coop. Oh, it's beautiful. The rain is coming though. And check my weather app. Next week looks wet, which I'm excited about. Coop, you do have to pick your back feet up, I'm afraid. Coop is slightly forgetting you, his back legs, and so where the field's a little uneven, he sort of walks along kind of going, whoop. Yeah, the rain is coming. I don't think I've seen like a week of wet weather since February. It's madness. But anyway, the grass will grow again, hopefully. Isn't it just spectacular? Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, me and Coop have just come for a walk around the field. Been very deep in thought this morning. Tell you what won't be happening today is cleaning my tack room. I really blitzed the house yesterday, and I was honestly knackered by the afternoon. And I thought, you know what? Tack room's not going to be done this weekend. I swept the floor, which always makes a massive improvement, doesn't it? You sweep the floor and everything looks, oh, thank you, wind. Everything looks so much better for a swept floor. So I did that, and I did decobble the stables. But I was like, that's it. I'm not going to do any more. I want today to be quite chill. I've got a really busy week coming up, and I thought I'd want to be absolutely pooped. So, yeah. Just kind of doodle around. Oh, it is very windy now. Would you bog off, wind? I've been very deep in thought this morning. Because obviously at the moment there's lots of dressage. Well, the regionals are just finished. Area festivals are on at the moment. And it always makes me think about competing in the past. And I miss it dreadfully. Like, I always say that I miss it dreadfully. But I have also made peace with it. That I don't see myself ever owning my own horse and competing again. Which honestly has taken me years to accept. Because actually for quite a while I was really bitter about it, especially doing the job I do and seeing my clients competing, and also seeing kind of kids, teenagers who perhaps don't appreciate what they're getting to do. And actually one of my clients is all but giving up and has got amazing horses, lots of support, could go out competing whenever they fancy it, and they don't want to do it anymore. And for a while I was like, why? Like, why would you love this opportunity? Like, why would you say no to it? But, you know, of course they have reasons for why they don't want to do it anymore. But I definitely, yeah, the wind's like, you're not having it. You're not having it. Just accept it. You're not having it. But I do feel like now I don't feel so upset about it anymore. I honestly don't think I could afford to compete anyway. You know, when you think of fuel, registering, entries, I wouldn't have the money for it. I still hope I might get a chance to ride the client's horse. That's still a possible thing. But even so, I've really learned just to enjoy doing this, which for a long time I didn't, because really I was so competitively minded that everything I did was always training for a show. Whereas now I'm like, it's quite nice just to walk around the field on a long rein. Or as yesterday, it's quite nice to canter around my arena with no reins. Seems to be a new favourite thing of mine, just cantering around going, I'm loving this. I really have accepted it, you know, unless I win the lottery, which is pretty unlikely. I don't think I'm ever going to have a horse to compete again. Sienna's not going to compete. I watch her move across the field, and though I think she does look a lot better without shoes on, she's not sound. And I just think there's probably too much going on with her. So I suspect it's just going to be Coop and Sienna living out their best lives for the rest of their life. And I've also kind of accepted that I just enjoy looking after them, which I never thought I'd say. But, you know, I really appreciate having them as, you know, in my life, and waking up in the morning and looking out my kitchen window and Sienna staring straight back at me, kind of going, feed me. Like, I appreciate those bits. So I definitely think I've accepted that my competing life is over. I wish it wasn't. I really wish it wasn't. But I accept it's over, and I also appreciate how much I did. I wish in the moment when I was competing I enjoyed it more, but I found the pressure of it all quite a lot. Because now I look back and I think, oh God, what I do just to go and jump around another 90 or B100 or go to another area festivals or regionals or whatever. Like, I wish I'd enjoyed it more in the moment, but you know, everyone says things like that. But for now, it's just going to be me and Coop doodling around the fields and around the roads until he really says no more. And just appreciating this and the calmness of it and not feeling stressed or worried. Or I think he'd like to eat some grass. Do you want to eat some grass? Is that what you're asking? Oh, that's a great patch that you found. You can see he's better because now he's actually asking to eat grass, whereas when I vlogged, I think it was last week or something, and offering him some grass out here, he just wasn't interested. He's definitely back, which is lovely. Anyway, I've left you guys a very chatty, pretty boring vlog. We might need to take a breather soon because, as I said, I'm scraping the barrel a bit with the vlogs at the moment. Who knows what I'm going to vlog about for the next few months. Maybe we need to have a long break. I'll have a think. Oh, look at him. It's like there's better grass in our field. Yeah, I'll see where the vlogs take us, but I'm gonna enjoy this for a moment. And I suspect Mr. Cooper will probably say it's time to go home now, because it doesn't matter if he only wants to do 20 minutes. It's all good. See you next week, guys.